tell me that. You can start over with my background's a little interesting.
Gotcha. So my background's a little interesting. I was working in architecture and really wanted to come work for Skanska US Building, interviewed with them to work in large-scale design build or some sort of integrated project delivery or a different method. Really had no idea about development or what that meant or anything. Hired onto US Building, the project I was supposed to go work on, which was a collaborative design build thing, Skanska walked away from it, and so they stuck me in a senior PE role out at the UW, finishing up the hub project there. So I did that for 9 months and just got lucky because a lot of that team, that USB team, was transitioning over to Alley 111, and they knew that Alley 111 on the development side was short-staffed and they needed some help. So literally somebody walked up to my desk one day and said, "Hey, you with the architecture background, go help CD tomorrow." I'm like, okay. And so I've been here ever since, basically.
Okay. That tosses out most of my questions. Since it was like it's so different than USB, why did you make the change to come over? What do you think that unique background, architecture, the experience as a PE, the experience being on building, and now kind of managing building to a degree, right? What do you think all that experience brings to the commercial development team? Your gypsy background, this gypsy life you have,
Yeah.
what is it?
I think the biggest thing that is helpful in my role now is I was an architect. I was also a professional carpenter, and I worked in the management side in US Building for a little while. So I can kind of see all sides. I really can translate between the different languages, whether it's consultant language or designer language or site superintendent language. I'm learning broker language. That's a kind of a unique one there, but so I'm getting caught up on how to translate amongst all of them. So I can see everybody's side, which is helpful in driving towards collaboration or something else that's good.
I didn't get it at the beginning, sorry, I need it on the tape. Your name, title, and how long you've been with commercial development.
Yes. So I'm Stuart Germain. I've been with commercial development for 6.5 years here in Seattle, and I'm currently a senior development manager working on 2 and U.
Great. What keeps you here?
The ability to make great buildings, really. I mean, I left architecture because I wanted to get out of the hard bid model of fighting with contractors all the time and fighting to get good subs and struggling to execute like a great vision. And so my path through US Building to development has really gotten me to a place where by working hand in hand with everybody, we can really execute on great projects, great buildings.
What do you, the film and the meetings are going to be this retrospective, touchy-feely celebration of our first 10 years, and then we'll pivot to what do we see on the horizon in the next 10 years. So what does Stuart see in the next 10 years?
I think the next 10 years are going to be really interesting because we've been in such a hot and increasing market. So it'll be really, and so we've been able to do a lot of really innovative, groundbreaking projects. And I hope that we can continue to innovate and bring new projects to market, even when we're in a flat cycle or a downturn. It'll probably require a different type of creativity of how we can continue to surprise the market. We obviously can't just keep cranking out 400 Fairviews or 2 and U's because there's no cookie cutter approach.
Good thing we have a bag of money.
Yes,
Things
exactly.
get cheap.
One thing I could say, you were going to ask about the difference between working for US Building and then working for development. And I have a little analogy that I use when I'm talking to people who are trying to understand it. And I take it back to physics. I really enjoyed physics. So I think of US Building, construction management as sort of Newtonian physics. It's very linear. This causes this, causes this. There's formulas, you can solve it all. You can hold it in your brain, it's very logical. Development is like quantum physics or string theory. It's like this massive cloud of chaos of stuff happening all the time, and there's no direct correlation between A, B, and C, but it all works in the end somehow.
You think that's bringing it down to a level that we can all understand?
Yeah. Clear, right? Crystal clear.
Here's a simple story.
Mm-hmm.
Understand. Excellent.